this is the first episode of How to Win Axis and Allies. This episode is going to be all about how to win as the world. The general idea of what you should do and not going in depth in anything, just the objectives of each country that you should do. Okay? Now let's go to the time lapse. Okay, that was after the time lapse. Now let's get into the strategies. Bye. To start off, let's start off with the first people in the war. The English and the German. So, the Germans' plan is to advance forward to Russia and take out their biggest supply areas that they have while making sure that British don't grow a navy in Europe. And also they want to counteract the U.S. from ever responding to defend the United Kingdom by sending ships and troops and end up doing sort of like a D-Day, because that's what always happens to me. My dad or my friends I would be winning as Germany or something. My friend would be winning, and then the American will get their navy all ready up and start moving them and they'll do an actual D-Day on them. To prevent that, you want to have total domination. You have all your ships around here, and then you have like ships around here, the best you can, while making sure you get a quick, swift end to Russia by sending these Swedish boys and stuff over to take all the land. You want to take this first round, take this no matter what. You could take it with your forces, but yeah. And so now we're doing the English. The English are going to want to hold off the Germans till Americans can come over and send support. You could bomb them, you could do whatever you want, but it's a good idea to send guys over here to help out Russia. And you want to make sure you fortify India and somewhat of Australia, but mostly India, because that's the area you would mostly be able to help out the U.S. with China and battle Japan with, right? And you want to make sure you get this African guy, or you can just move these guys out of here, but make sure you always have someone right here, because later on Japan can start taking that away from you. And then let's go over to Japan. So as Japan, you can really not kill anyone off, because you don't make that much money at the beginning. But you can notice that in the East Indies right here is very vulnerable, because they have no one there. It's worth more than Australia. Plus, you also have Alaska for free, Borneo, New Guinea, all this stuff. And then Middle East is open also. But you slowly want to start advancing to take India and stuff, and make sure you at least have one guy island hopping. And then eventually the British will move their guys out of here for some reason. That always happens to me. But at one point you want to take Alaska, because that's a really good point to start heading off into U.S. And you can always manage to cheese it by this little crack right here. It's diagonal. You can cheese it. That happened. I won a game like that. Then let's go over to the Soviets. The Soviets are really not that good in this game, but they're good at what they do. They want to hold off the opponent. As you can see, there's 6 guys here, and you don't ever really want to move them unless you go on a super offensive, in which is not really such a good idea. But if you lose this right here, it's game over. It's really game over. I've never really seen the Soviets live long with losing that. Also, never forget about the submarine that can blockade in Channel 6, the battleship and the sub. And also, I heard from online, but I don't know about this much, to take Norway / Finland with these guys in an airplane those guys in an airplane. You should take that, I heard. Also, if you're feeling really generous, you might be able to support China and stuff. But to be honest, you really just want to help and hold out until the British and the U.S. can come to save you. Then we come over to the U.S. They are just a big powerhouse. But you're left with one decision. Should I go for Japan or should I go for Germany since you're cut in half? You can either choose which side, and you always want to make sure you at least have one guy there, and then forget about Brazil. No one cares about Brazil in this game. But you just want to help out the British as much as you can. Soviets, you can really just forget about them. They can hold out themselves. But help out the British, do D-Day, go through Sicily, do whatever you can. And I think that's all for this. I'll be right back. Okay, that was episode 1 of a 6-part series of Axis and Allies 1941. Hope you really enjoyed and learned some stuff about it. Some next episodes will probably come like later this week or like next week. I don't really know. I don't have a schedule. But see you in the next episode. Bye.